As a second video for today, I thought I would do a quick video about my snake hooks. I've had multiple snake hooks over the years, most of which I have fabricated myself. This is a good example of them. Usually I would just go to a Goodwill or other thrift store, buy a cheap golf club that seemed approximately the right length and, tensile strength. I'd saw the head off with a hacksaw, take a small paint roller, break the handle off, and glue the remaining hook in place with high strength epoxy. And there you have it. It's simple as that. Back when I was doing a lot of snake hunting, I don't really do much herping anymore. Back when I was doing a lot of herping, I was mainly going out with one of my friends that would go up to the mountains of North Georgia looking for timber rattlesnakes and their breeding sites. We weren't taking them or harvesting them or anything like that. He was part of a study for it, and I was assisting him, basically just as a, if you get bit, you got a backup there. But that was extremely hard herping, very steep off-trail travel on very rocky terrain. So we would use a snake hook as a walking stick more than we would actually use it as a hook. And these golf club hooks I found were not adequately strong for my liking. I broke one or two, bent another. This one, you can see the epoxy sort of cracking some. So this is perfectly adequate in flat country, but it's a bit wanting in the mountains, I'd say. So I did what my friend did. He knew this man named Ziegel who made snake hooks. Mr. Ziegel didn't advertise them. There was no website. It was all just word of mouth, mainly online. And Mr. Ziegel happened to live locally to us. He only lived like 10 miles away from me. But his hooks were all over the internet forums and things like that. They were extremely durable. There are other stump ripper or field hook models that different companies and individuals market, but his hooks were reported to be amongst the best, and they happen to be fairly cheap as well. So I purchased one from him. My friend's hook was an L-shaped hook, so the hook part just came perpendicular to the shaft like this, and that made an excellent walking stick. In corresponding with Mr. Ziegel, he recommended what he called the Modify V. Honestly, I think I would have been better off to get the L hook. You can use this as a walking stick, but it's got a very, very small surface area that's in contact with the ground, so it's definitely not as sure-footed as the L hook. But I don't know exactly how he made these. It appears to be golf club shaft, but it is extremely strong. No flex whatsoever when I'm using it as a walking stick. The metal itself, it's just round bar stock that he bent. I don't know if it's welded inside or if he used some kind of epoxy. It's noticeably heavier, probably roughly twice as heavy as my golf club hook. But this is probably my most used hook. When I went to the swamp with my son and was showing you the cottonmouths recently, it was this hook I was using. But it's quite high quality. My friend used his for over a decade before it finally broke, and he did some hardcore herping. He'd been to several different countries, I think, and he used it as a sort of an improvised machete to clear brush when he had to. But using it the way I use it now, now when I go herping, it's usually in the low country. This one would probably last 3 or 4 of my lifetimes. So, rather nice. I don't think Mr. Ziegel is making the hooks anymore. In fact, I believe I heard that he passed away. If I'm wrong on that, forgive me. I'm just going off of memory. And lastly, we have this contraption. This is the simplest thing. I just went to a Lowe's. I found this Sherlock extending paint roller shaft and got a small paint roller. Screwed it on, and I've got a little action camera here. I'll probably need to replace this one because it's several years old, and it's I think I've lost some of the parts to it, accessories to it. But this one has been quite useful as well. I've handled a few snakes with it, and of course you got a long reach of about 5 feet or so. I've handled a few snakes with it. I've videoed alligators up close with it, and I've also used this quite a bit while kayaking as sort of an underwater selfie stick. Works well in all cases. Its main disadvantage versus the others is it's just heavy. It's not that bad, but it's definitely heavier. And it's also probably not as strong, at least not as strong as the Zeegle hook. It's probably comparable, I would say, to the golf club. But yeah, here we have some snake hooks. I've never seen anybody do a review of snake hooks before. And my channel, I just do whatever I feel like doing. So I guess it's mainly a gun channel, but I sometimes discuss politics and other things as well, if they interest me. All right, have a nice day.